Hey y'all, welcome back. Backyard Harvest and Hens. Today I'm going to make some chicken stock. Uh, we run out, so I'm going to make some more. Right now in my pot, I've got my skin and my bones and about 5 quarts of water. I was going by my Ball Blue Book for the recipe. That's what I've always used, and it works out good. And it says for 4 pounds of meat, 3 to 4 pounds of meat, use 4 quarts of chicken stock. I got 4 pounds of chicken, so I put 5 quarts in here. I think that will be fine because I think some of it might evaporate out as it cooks. And I put it in here, and I only have the chicken skin and bones in here and the water, and I brought it up to a boil. First thing I done, and I will show you why. First thing I done, brought it up to a boil. So see that scum in there? Just so I can try to dip it out. It will be better the more of this stuff I can get dipped out. See that? That kind of junk. You bring it to a boil, then this will come on top. And when I put my vegetables in there, we just want to do a slow simmer on it. Because chicken stock, it has to be a slow simmer. When you got bones in it, you need to just a slow simmer. If you cook it fast, it will be cloudy when you get done with it. And you got to get a slow simmer, brings out all the goodness and the flavor that's in the bones and the little what I can't think what you call them in between, the little collagen stuff. A slow simmer will bring that out better, and it will keep it from getting cloudy. And I'm making chicken stock. The difference between stock and broth, if you know, probably most of you know it, but if you don't know, stock has got the bones in it, and you have to cook it slow, a slow simmer like I was talking about. And chicken broth, it only has the meat and the skin. I think it has skin, but it only has the meat, no bones. It will be no bones, and if you're making chicken broth. And you can cook it faster. I've always just made the chicken stock. I'm ready to go in with my vegetables now, or what I'm adding in. The Ball Blue Book, it says 2 medium onions quartered. So that's what I got. This is about I don't know how much, pint and a half probably, of a chopped onion that I vacuum sealed and froze. So that's close enough. And then here I got Ball Blue Book says 2 stalks of celery. Well, there's about 4 or 5 in the whole package, so I'm not gonna do anything with them. And I got 2 cloves of garlic in here. That's just extra what I wanted to put in here. Going in with it. And got the blue book says 2 bay leaves. I got 3 in here, and it says 10 peppercorns, and I got about 20 peppercorns in there. So that is all of our ingredients. And now all I got to do is bring this up, just a slow simmer, not a sipper. All the vegetables are in here: celery, pepper cloves, garlic, onion, bay leaves. So I'm going to do a real slow simmer on it for about roughly 2 hours, maybe 3. Stir it up here a bit, get everything mixed up. Bring it up to a simmer, then I'll try to level out the temperature. Look like our chicken stock is done, so I'm going to bring it over here, pour it through this strainer into another pot. Good and hot. Looks like all the chicken has fell off the bone. You can notice when it's done, it's been a slow simmer for about 2 hours, but you can tell how it's done when it starts falling off the bone a little bit. And I probably actually could have turned this up, took this out a little bit sooner. So most of the chicken fell completely off the bone, so and get this strained out good. Let it drain there a little bit so I can get all the liquid out of it. I usually always make my own stock most of the time because I like doing it myself. I know how it was made, where it come from, and saves a lot of money doing it that way. I saved this from chickens that were on sale. I bought the chickens on sale, and this is the backs and all the skin. I took the skin off, and this is all the backs and the bones, stuff you normally wouldn't even eat anyway. And I can make I make my stock out of it. I have killed my own chickens and saved stuff out from my own and made it, but I run out of everything to make it with, so they had chickens on sale, so it worked out good. Yeah, that looks good. Mm-mm. It is good. Most of the time, well, not all the time, but some of the time, when I do this, I will let this cool down and then I'll put it in the refrigerator overnight, and I can take all the fat off of it to come to the top. If you want to do that, that's a good way to do it. So now, got my chicken stock here ready. I'm gonna put it in my pressure canner. I got my jars down here heating up. I put my jars in the oven. I think I put them in here today about 180. I usually put them 180, 200, something like that, to get them warmed up good, because you don't want to pour this in a cold jar. Get my funnel. Let me get me a set up here. Just put me a little bridge from my stove over to my top, my table. I'm gonna make a mess. I'm really good. I'm really good at making messes. Let me move y'all in just a little closer. Now you want to leave, when you're putting it in the pressure canner, you want to leave 1 inch head space. Most of these jars got that little rim around them, but right there is 1 inch head space left. If you're new to it, most people they know, but if you're new to it, thinking about trying it, if you want to get into canning, that's something you need to remember. I'm gonna get my jars out again. Yeah, jars is hot. I like doing my own, and some of the things I do with this is, well, chicken soup. We always keep it to make chicken soup with, and also like to make rice with it. But, a friend of mine told me about making rice with it, and man, it makes rice. It kicks it on up another level. And I also like to put about a quart of this in if I got a pot of beans going on. It helps it, gives it a little more flavor. And we have put it in green beans and give them a little bit more flavor. And of course, if you're sick, get this, you can open up a jar and heat you up a cup full. I like to add a little pepper to mine, but you don't have to. And sip on it. It'll help you help you feel better when you're sick. Get some more jars out. Really hoping it would work out to 7 quarts, because that's what the pressure canner holds. But if it run over room out over here. The jar there, 2, 4, 5. See how much I got in here. Well, look like I'm going to end up with 5 quarts. Let me get these in the pressure canner. Okay, this one's not full, so I'll show you what I'm going to do with this one. It's here in a little bit. Right now, we'll get this off, wipe these rims off. And get me a little bit of white vinegar. Usually I always wipe them off with white vinegar, but since I spilt a little bit of chicken stock on there, I really need to get it clean. So just here, get it good and clean. Now, this is just out of the way. Put the lids on. And the rims. Three fingers tight. I can remember my mama canning, and she always picked that jar up and wiped it off. I can always remember her wiping them jars off real good before she set them down in that pressure canner. Whenever you're getting ready to do something, and if you need chicken stock, you don't got to worry about having it. It'll be right here. It'll be right on your shelf. That's one thing I like about it too. Well, another one. That's another thing I like. And I got to get 2 jars filled up with water to put in those empty spots. Now, put about probably roughly, I need to put a little bit more water in there too. I think I put about 3 quarts. Thought that'd be plenty. I know that's one thing I've never done is get a measurement of how much water needs to go in there. I just usually guess at it. My mom always told me put around halfway or a little over. So this is what I've always done. Now we got that in there. Make sure that little hole is cleared up. Yeah, looks good. If you have an All-American pressure canner, or if you're ever going to think you get one, ever so often where that fits together, well, probably about once a year now. When I first bought it, I done it often, but about once a year I'll rub some Vaseline around that so it don't get stuck. But usually about once a year is plenty. And I use mine a lot of times year round, not just during the summer when I'm canning stuff out of the garden. And I always want to get the same distance around. That reminds me, I've heard somebody say you could use jar lids to measure. These are superb, so they'll actually be a little thicker than most of them, I think. Wait, I'll check that real quick while we're here. Always keep some used jar lids if they look real good. Sometime I use them. Yeah. 2 jar lids will slide right in there. So it's pretty even all the way around. Alrighty, now I got this going. Turn my heat up just a little bit till it gets it going there. Make sure I'm centered over my fire. Looks good. So now I'm gonna heat this up till I see steam coming out of here. And then I will time it for about 10 minutes. After the steam comes out, then I'll put my little weight on there. And now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this right here, the rest of this. Let me get this. If you watch my video on when I was rendering lard, I got these little things. They're silicone. I ordered them off of Amazon. Each little compartment, you can fill it up to a half a cup or full, hold a whole cup. So that's what I'm gonna do with this right here. I'm gonna pour it in here and I will freeze it. Then after I freeze it, I will do just like I did my lard. I will vacuum seal it and put it in the freezer. I gotta rest my hand just a minute. That jar's hot. Well, I don't know whether to pour it in the other one or so I can get it in these. I'm just gonna pour it all in the other one. About a quarter of a cup. When I get it out and freeze it, I'll just stick it in with one of them other ones. Now I'll put my top on here. And I'm gonna put it up here and freeze it. I will freeze it and I'll take it out and vacuum seal it and put it in the freezer. And this is the one I got. I don't know if you'd ever seen them. I put lard in this one. It holds, I mean, not lard, my bacon grease. I put my bacon grease in these. It holds 2 tablespoons. And when it chills out and gets hard, real frozen, I can take them out, put them in a Ziploc bag. It's real handy. If you're cooking something you need bacon grease, you know, that's about 2 tablespoons right there. If you need 1 tablespoon, just cut it in half and throw the part back in your bag. Works real good. Works really good for me. And I have these out here, and I can take a bag inside, put it in the freezer in the house, so if my wife is cooking and she needs bacon grease, she'll have it right there handy. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Our chicken stock is done pressure canning. We're pressure canned at 25 minutes, and then had to wait about another 25 minutes for the pressure to come down where I could take the top off and get it out. But here is our finished product. Here's what we got after we got it done. 5 quarts total. It's looking good. And I just noticed a little bit of the fat in there. I think next time I'm gonna double strain it through the colander, and then go through cheesecloth. I think that will make it turn out clearer, a little more clear. But it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. The chicken fat in it, it will all come to the top and settle up there. And if you want, you can dip that out if you don't want that in your soup or whatever you're using it for. It'll turn to a solid. You can take it out. I like to use it myself. But there it is, which is what we got done. 5 quarts today, plus what I froze. That was about probably 3/4 of a quart, something like that. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I appreciate you so much for watching it. And hope you come back and see me. Until then, I'm Jack. I'll be back.